Since the 1970s, Puerto Rico's population has been dropping by 5%, making it now the 7th country ranked by its population loss. This continuing decline causes a shrinking tax base and a strain on governmental finances. Since World War II, PR's population rose to 2.2 million in the 1950s and has decreased to 3.8 million in 2004. This explains why the annual growth rate of 1.7% in 1970 has decreased by 0.6% in 1982. Another study shows that since 2005, the growth rate has become negative by falling to 3.6 million due to the loss of 212,000 residents. This makes 1/3 of PR-born population that is living in the U.S. mainland. Research statistics say that what is occurring is not truly a brain drain because those who are leaving are mostly of a high school level education. However, what they don't account for is that most of these people go on to be professionals in the States, to do well educated with the ability to help the economy but never come back. Research shows that Puerto Rico's out migrants tend to be from a younger and less educated segment of population ranging from 16 to 30 years of age since 1990, and search for better college training for their designed field of career and better job opportunities. These high school graduates aspiring to become professionals leaving will never be able to contribute to Puerto Rico's economic strata because less than 40% ever come back. Therefore, these soon-to-be professionals do, though indirectly, contribute to the brain drain eventually. The fact is that Puerto Rico's declining economy is causing the brain drain, and the brain drain in turn is causing the economy to decline even more, entering a vicious cycle with no end in sight, forever stuck in a downward spiral of economic doom. What's your reason for applying to the U.S.?
There's no opportunities here
None?
whatsoever. You can throw a dart and hit a job anywhere.
With Puerto Rico having a current debt of $73 billion, most 21st century born Puerto Rican high school and college graduates are still debating whether they should stay on the island or seek a better quality of life elsewhere. What's your reason for leaving the island?
So my reason in particular has to do with a job opportunity. So once Hurricane Maria hit, we started, seeking potential areas where we can move, and we had a broader range of job opportunities that we don't have necessarily here. I think the second biggest reason is cost of education. Even as teachers, both me and my wife, we do pay a lot for our children's education, even though we have the privilege of, bringing them to school, even at 50%. And economically, definitely, the salaries that we are looking at right now for the jobs that we were able to secure are a lot higher there than there are here.
These economic and political living conditions in Puerto Rico may be resolved if more young potential professionals, the high school graduates, vision Puerto Rico as somewhere they could thrive in terms of their desired career paths. Out of the 12 freshmen who completed our survey, all of them wanted a career that'll require more than a high school diploma, whether it's doctor, lawyer, or teacher. 67% of them are planning on applying to university in the States, the primary reason being better education and more job opportunities in their field of interest. Only 16% of freshmen said that they might return to Puerto Rico for jobs in the future. The majority, 50%, said maybe, but only because of family and cultural ties, not jobs. Reason for applying to the U.S.
There are more opportunities in the U.S. Here, what are your options? You go to UPR. They do have classes in English, obviously, but it's a different culture, and it's not the culture that I was raised in. And while I love to travel and experience new things, when it comes to my education, I don't want to be in an environment that I'm not comfortable in.
Of course.
Better chances of actually becoming successful in the field that I choose.
I personally feel like there are not as many opportunities or like good education in Puerto Rico.
I want to study anthropology, so I need a small liberal arts school, and as for, it's just I'm not interested in pursuing anything in the STEM fields. It wouldn't be the right fit for me, and while that's good for some people, for me, I could not see myself staying here.
Musical theater.
I think I will go in undecided, but might go in through the field of politics and finances or economics or somewhere through there.
For sure. It definitely affects it. I don't even know at UPR. Are there dorms and are there? Because I don't a lot. Yeah. See, that's just I couldn't see myself either living. I want the real college experience, and I don't feel like here it would be the same standard of living. It wouldn't be.
We have like the Western way of like education and stuff like that, but it's because we have like the privilege of having that system already be in St. John's. But in other schools, you don't get the same chances to go out.
It's a better standard of living and more possibility for jobs as well. So that's why I would personally want to go live over there.
But Puerto Rico was never on the table simply because, again, it's not somewhere where I really ever saw myself living to begin with. And as for education, like if I'm like, how many people do you know like that are in the States or that are in Europe saying, okay, the best place for me to get my college education is in Puerto Rico? Very few people. It's typically people on the islands or people that want that sort of experience. My decision to go somewhere that was more my speed.
It's kind of like 50-50 in my family, I guess, because I want to go out and they want me to go out too. But they're just going to support me either way.
Yeah, my dad also agrees with me leaving Puerto Rico because they're not capable of training me the way I should be trained and teaching me the things that I need to become a good politician or a good economist or a good finance advisor.
I don't have any, I never planned on moving here, but then we moved here. I was going to do a year abroad in Italy. That didn't end up happening. So I can't, possibly say, oh, I'm never going to, as of now, no. I wouldn't like to. If something came up and I had an opportunity here, then yes. What benefit would I have to come back here?
Oh, yeah. A death. Practically speaking, maybe. Yeah, there's a good chance.
No. Personally, I don't feel like I would come back to Puerto Rico to live, already having been living here for 17 years. I don't feel like there's the opportunities that I'm seeking here.
The economic crisis will affect the higher education directly and indirectly. Island government will reduce the budget to the university. Indirectly, the economic crisis induced emigration of Puerto Ricans to the mainland U.S., which will largely reduce the application and enrollment to the university. For example, with the reduced budget to the university, usually we provide all the financial aid to the graduate student to do research, but without enough money, the students needs to balance working and doing the research. The resolution is for the university, in addition to rely on the budget from the government, we need to look for external funds, for example, from the federal government or from the industries to have more collaborations so the graduate student can concentrate on their research, but definitely attract more companies, more industries to think about Puerto Rico as their working place, since they can recruit high quality students, and then it will again send feedback to the local economy.
Recently, CNN made a report on how many people left Puerto Rico to study or find jobs in 2014. The number was 84,000, and those who came back were 20,000. Not even 50% of those who left to the U.S. came back. This is a clear example of the effects of the brain drain. Trained professionals, workers, or those being trained leave the island with no or little intention of coming back. As seen after Maria, Puerto Rico's economic condition worsened as nearly 500,000 people have already left to the U.S. due to the aftermath. Now it is estimated that by the end of 2018 it could be 200,000 more people leaving. a 5% drop in our island's population. If there is no reform in the governmental system, there is no hope for the future restoration. If the younger generation decide to migrate, there won't be enough professionals to help restore Puerto Rico's economy. Therefore, it is necessary to encourage these future minds to invest their educational careers in Puerto Rico, to drag the island out of debt, and contribute to a potentially flourishing economy.